Hi, my name is Salam. I'm today I wanted to present a proposal. So it will be cover, pretty much talking about giving documentation and educating our patients. So I'm going to refer to two acts that led me to this thought process. One of them is the Civil Rights Act. It's I'm just going to read it so that you can have an idea. It's all healthcare providers who get federal funds must ensure equal access to services, offering a qualified medical interpreter free of charge and having translated written materials is a good way to overcome language barriers with patients and companions with limited English proficiency. If a patient chooses to use a family member or a friend as an interpreter, it's a good idea to use your own interpreter. So pretty much what it's doing is all federal agencies are required to provide an interpreter if somebody who does not speak English comes to their facility for anything. So my proposal is, why are we not doing this in every setting? So according to this data provided by the Agency for the Healthcare Research and Quality, approximately 9 out of 100 people have limited English proficiency. And also, so what does it amount to? What it could mean is people are not understanding that they should be taking their pills correctly. Maybe they're not understanding their aftercare instruction sheet. Let's say it tells you don't take a shower after your surgery for 5 days, and they take the shower and they have infection, or another cause, another thing that may have continued um, their situation, worsened their situation. Um, So I also researched another study. It's called the REACH, REACH. It's for racial and ethnic approaches to community health. So a study was done in Detroit. What they did was, this is to show that how a culturally tailored documentation given to patients helps have with the patients having a better health outcome. So the objective of the study was, they wanted to see the effects of community-based, culturally tailored diabetes lifestyle intervention on risk factors for diabetes complications among African Americans and Latinos with type 2 diabetes. So what they did was they got 150 African American Latino adults with diabetes from 3 healthcare systems, and then they trained community residents specifically from that specific area who know what the culture is, who can communicate with the patients directly. And the results were very staggering. Significant improvements in the post-intervention dietary knowledge and behaviors and physical activity knowledge. So the patients were able to take care of themselves much better because they were part of their own health. They were able to understand what's going on. They could hear it from their own people. They were able to take care of themselves better. So knowledge is obviously a powerful tool, and providing it to all patients is necessary. Immigrants, due to language barrier, face larger issue from not getting the right material about their own health. The REACH program provides it proves that having culturally competent and those trained from within the community to give them a better health outcome. My proposal today is something that's being done, but not everywhere. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but President Obama signed a law in 2010, commonly known as the Plain Language Writing Act. This one is another one for federal agencies, and they have to publish all their reports, all their research data in plain English where an average person could open it, read it, and understand it. This was so what the agencies did was, like NIH, which is the National Institute of Health, and the Agency for Healthcare Quality. What they do is they hire a compliant officer to check for all their publications to make sure that they are in plain language. So applying these two acts, um, I believe that we should be able to do this for every patient. In the effort to make healthcare where the patient is at the center of their own care, all patients should have an explanation of their diagnosis, their treatment, medication in their own preferred language. Apps can be used, printed documents can be made available to patients after a service. Educating patients obviously has proven time and again that the outcome is better. Therefore, in addition to providing interpreters, which most hospitals are doing now, obviously all federal agencies are doing it, but healthcare facilities like outpatient centers should be able to, because nowadays people have surgeries at the doctor's office or in an outpatient center. So why are they not included with this criteria? The cost of like overdosing medications, incorrectly taking antibiotics, brings unnecessary or a preventable situation from arising. So in addition to having an interpreter, and the other thing is you could say, well, now we're providing interpreters, why should we provide a written document? But it's nice that their interpreters are there at that moment of the service, but how many of us do actually remember that we are given specific instructions after when we get home? How many of us remember exactly the details of it? But if it's written and you have it in a picture, then you will be able to remember better. I actually read another study where images were provided with the instructions. People had better understanding, and they actually followed the instructions better than they did with just simply writing and providing. So imagine having it in your own language. It's going to have the instructions in writing. It will also have the pictures that go along with it. I hope this provided you with an understanding of my proposal. Thank you.